Hey guys.
Hello.
What is
I'm a
up,
third of the way
everybody?
here.
What's that?
Sorry. I said I'm like a third of the way here.
You're a third of the way here. That's funny. Sorry, I'm just like I gotta adjust my volume. Um, what's up, guys? We're the Antler Queens, and anybody here probably has already been here before. But if you haven't, welcome. I am going to post a link in the chat. Hey, LB Punk, good to see you. Um, I'm going to post a link in the chat in case anyone wants to call in. We may need to verify your identity if we don't recognize you, because we get a lot of hate. But let me bring Mel in
Hey.
really quick. Hey
Hey,
Mel, how's
bud.
it going?
Hi. Let me know. I'm in a different spot, so let me know if you can hear me. Are we?
You're very
Can you turn your
quiet.
volume up a little bit?
Yeah.
Hey Joe, good to see you.
Your lighting is excellent today.
Yes, it is.
Is that better? Or?
I can hear you, but you're quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to problem solve. I'm sorry. I wonder.
All right, I'm just gonna type the link in the chat. I meant to do this earlier, but it's been a weird day.
It's been a day, guys. It's been a time.
Yeah.
It's been a like
Okay.
November through now. Hold on, sir. Sorry, I forgot to put my cat chair up, and he is very distressed.
Oh no.
He's having a fit that he's not included.
Come on, no.
Buddy. There he goes. Okay, we're good now.
Well, I mean, he is an unofficial co-host.
Yeah, he needs to be here. Just slightly off camera. Thanks.
This might be a shorter live tonight because I'm like my throat is not very happy today. I'm trying to speak in a way that's like making it less painful for me to talk. But I'm not great. I was hanging out with friends from out of town. So like that came in on a very long flight from Japan. So it's, it's possible they could have picked something up on the plane. Who knows?
Yeah.
But my throat it always starts in the throat for me.
Oh yeah.
We're finding something too. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Oh yeah.
I can hear you.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I have a headphone in, so that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm continuously phasing in and out of reality over here, so we're doing the best that we can.
I'll trade places with you. I like the idea of phasing in and out of reality. That sounds fucking awesome.
My head is pretty solid, so I think that's the important part. Oh, it's because I'm wearing green. Oh my god, I just figured it out.
What?
It's because my sweater I'm wearing a green sweater. I've been trying to figure out why I'm all fuzzy for like the whole 10 minutes I've been sitting here. Because I'm wearing a green sweater like an idiot, and I'm against a green screen.
It does look like you're
Welcome
dissolving.
to the show.
Yes.
It looks like you're dissolving.
That's amazing.
Sorry.
Hey Kaiwan, hey Yasi. By the way, guys, we've had a lot of comments on our last couple of videos, and I'm really sorry if we haven't responded to all of them. Like, it's been a little crazy. We've been super busy. Like, I just today during a quick break, started going through and responding to some comments, and I think I only hit like 4. But we really appreciate it. We are once again getting bombarded with hate. And it's it's bad. Like it's really bad. So if you guys could take a moment and like some of our videos, leave a comment, it would help us so much to combat some of that, because YouTube is kind of changing their algorithm, and they're basically suppressing content that attracts hate. So, which is not good for us. So yeah, we don't want our channel to die. So if you could help us out with that, that would really mean a lot to us. That would be fantastic.
I've sent some people to do so.
Oh, thank you, Mel. I appreciate it.
I don't really know how YouTube works, but I think I liked it. I was like, I think that's the channel.
It would be one thing if we were putting out low quality content, but it's just people being mean. Like,
yeah,
it's just people being mean and hateful and stupid and petty and jealous, if we're being 100% honest.
Yeah.
And it's not deserved. So,
and it's about to get a whole lot worse, because as I was just mentioning to you, Jazzy, my birthday's in 2 weeks, and they all come out of the woodwork on my birthday.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it. Or we'll mail some people some substances in the mail that we shouldn't discuss on air.
God, seriously.
When's your birthday?
April 5th. I probably should have said
fellow
that.
Aries. You're a fellow Aries.
Yeah, are you an Aries? You're an Aries?
Mine's the 30th, yeah, March. So yeah.
Oh, nice. Very cool. I can't believe I just said my birthday on our show. That's not good.
I did too. I don't know.
Now it's like, yeah, oh God. Now
mine's September 5th. Come at me.
Nice. Exactly 6 months apart. There you go.
Yeah.
But
how about that frog orgy, guys?
That frog orgy.
Oh, I wanted to. I don't know if this is the right time in the episode, but in solidarity with Van, I've got my vintage Slater Kenny shirt on.
Nice.
Yes. I was waiting for the when to break it out, but I forgot that was in season 2, and I was like, I know that's coming up, but it was season 2 where Taisha's teasing her about that's half her wardrobe, and I was like, attacked. So given the episode, I should wear it in solidarity. So yeah.
Awesome. Very cool.
Yeah, frog orgy, crazy. Absolutely.
Yes. I blew my mind. You saw the episode before I did. So when we were talking, we recorded before I was able to see that episode, and you were like, that's like, we know what the sound is. And it was like, oh, like, I can't wait to see what weird, bizarre, creepy, spooky thing it is. And it was a frog orgy.
Yeah. Dude, we got so much criticism for that, and I went back and checked out like what it was we were talking about. People just completely misunderstood us. They thought that we were straight up saying that, the screams are going to be explained this season, and we're heavily hinting at what they are. We were basically we were joking around about different things that they could be. And
right.
And I didn't even know at that point.
Yeah, no, you didn't even know. And we're getting so much, we got so much hate over it. What the hell? People,
we're talking about maybe like foxes, like a vixen or something, or that would make perfect sense given, but
rabbits scream sometimes.
They do?
Yeah.
I've never heard them.
Messed up.
Oh.
I only hear them because the coyotes catch them out here sometimes.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I think maybe jackrabbits specifically.
Yes, he's like, frog orgy is what I call the hateful comment. M. Cara, what's up? Good to see you. M. Cara said, let's not shame the frogs. Everyone has their kinks.
I said this in the recap, but I think the funniest part of that is that, you know, they make the noise and then Lottie's screaming back at them. So it's like the frog is going, "Wanna fuck?" And she's like, "Yeah, I'm behind you." Like,
Yes.
join in.
Hey, well, Marjoram.
And then,
yeah, you know
and
what's so funny is that like when Cody was standing there, he's like, the heart wants what it wants, I guess. I totally thought he was referring to the frog orgy.
right.
That's pretty funny. But yeah, Shauna's lost it, man.
She's intense. Shauna's in her villain era, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm the only person, but
well, no, that's the whole thing, though. That's the whole point, though. You're supposed to think she's a terrible person, but a great character.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, I know.
It's fascinating to watch. But yeah, like I wonder if we're gonna see, like, you know, a bunch of frogs hitting on Lottie later on in the season.
Just a little like a line of frogs following her around the wilderness.
Right.
I'd be down. I think they're burrowing. I think he said they just only come out for their 7 years.
I thought it was
for an orgy.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Mo?
Crazy that I just thought it was crazy that they only kept one frog. Like they put the frog, which is not like, you know, like they find the frog how many hours later, or it's like, you know, it's supposed to be probably like 3 days, right, with the timeline that they had the frog and they caught the frog, and then it's like 1 day later, you know, like that frog's just chilling in a jar.
Yeah.
Just missing out on mating season, and then also probably would be dead. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, it was at least a day.
Well, because it shows like 3 days later, and then it's like 1 day later. But I think it was like the first day where they're actually gathering the. I don't know, but anyway, like at least a day. It seems like
it was in there for at least a whole day.
No water, no, you know.
Yeah, it's just an empty jar with hopefully air hole. I mean,
just poke some holes like you're a little kid, like little air holes in there. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. I love that they called it the Arctic Banshee frog. Like, it's just such a fitting name for the show.
Banshee,
you know?
Right? Oh, and then the song, the band, wasn't it the Banshees at the end, or no?
At the end of this episode?
Yeah, wasn't it Susie and the Banshees at the end? Or no?
Wait, was there a Susie and the Banshee song in here?
I thought it was so. What was at the end? Maybe it just sounded like them at the end of. I think it so. I could be wrong.
Starts with a C. Cato Twins?
The Cocteau Twins? Yeah. Was it? I'm definitely not jumping ahead, but I thought that maybe it's at the end. Okay.
Yeah, the last song was the Cocteau Twins.
Okay. Okay, maybe I don't know.
But yeah, no, I don't think there have been any Susie and the Banshees songs.
Well, there should have been.
Yes,
maybe you're absolutely correct.
I thought it sounded like it. I thought that would have been fitting.
Yeah, I hear ya. What do we? Yes, smash the like, everyone, please. We need those likes, and we need comments, because otherwise our channel's gonna just disappear.
I really appreciate seeing people in the comments actually calling him Cody, because everything I've seen online has been like, when Jeff from Community started running away from the girls.
Yeah. Joel McHale,
yeah, or just Joel McHale, or the two. I mean, I get it. I cannot dissociate him from Community at all. I'm still trying to work this into a Community timeline in my head.
He totally should have just been Jeff Winger. like who just like this is his new career. You know, he he doesn't have to teach anymore.
He's retired now.
Yeah. So this is his new career.
Speaking of Community, for some reason, it's probably because of like the proximity where Joel McHale was in there. I swear that Hannah, I don't know the actress's name, but I was like, she was in Community. And I don't know if I'm thinking of like Allison Brie, which they're not the same person. She reminded me of somebody. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, was she in Community? But I couldn't place her.
I can't. I feel like I haven't actually looked her up. What's her name? Ashley Goodard.
I looked it up, but I was like, was it Community? But I don't know.
I don't know. She looks familiar to me, but I haven't actually looked her up. I can't place her mentally.
Yeah.
I might just have one of those faces.
Yeah. I feel like she might. Ashley Sutton.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up what else she's been in because I feel like I've seen her in stuff before too. But
I feel like she looks so familiar. She's a great
She reminded
actress.
me of Allison Brie. Not that they look alike, but she reminded me of her character in Community, her like mannerisms and stuff. So I think I was
okay.
I could see that.
She's
definitely got the like cutesy.
It's kind of studious, a little bit studious. Yeah.
Yeah.
She and Edwin were an adorable couple, and like I think that they would make awesome parents together, but unfortunately Edwin is dead and his brains are on Lottie's face.
Very dead. Very dead. He may be the deadest person that's ever been in the show, honestly. It's very fast.
Brains.
Yeah.
Oh, it was rough.
Oh, you guys, I just had to share. So we had friends in from out of town, and we went out to like a local brewery that's kind of down the street from us, and I had the most amazing beer. Obviously, like none of you will be able to get it, but like I'm sharing it because, you know, in case you're ever out and you see something that sounds similar. It was a sour blood orange beer.
Ooh.
It was super sour. Like, I mean,
what was the company? What was the
Fuzzy Line? Fuzzy Line Brewing. Yeah, they're like down the street from us, but it's like, I mean, you had to sip on it because it was just so sour, and like, my husband thought I didn't like it because I kept making a face every time I drank it, but it was just because it was just so sour, but it was so good. Oh my god, it was delicious.
Fruited sours are awesome. They're like a one and done. You know, they're good though.
Yeah, for sure. We had and then we had tater tot. We had tater tot poutine.
Ooh,
pretty good.
I miss poutine.
Yeah. So happy for the whole Joel McHale stuff. The first 20 minutes could be shown to anyone like a separate story. Yeah, it kind of could.
I always love when shows do that. I like a little standalone. I know you said you don't watch Mythic Quest, but every season of Mythic Quest, they do a single episode that's like almost entirely outside the story. That's just like barely connected to the story, and they're always so good.
Yeah.
But I love that show.
I hear ya. It's hard to write and play the complicated, multifaceted characters. They're doing a great job with these girls' layers of trauma and PTSD.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the
Kaiwan hates Community. Oh no! Kaiwan, you're breaking our hearts. PJ Harvey Rid Me was on previous episode. Yeah, that was. Yeah, best needle drop yet. Was that? Wait, no, that was.
We had Sugar Ray this week. How dare you?
I thought that would have put the time. I mean, I don't know the timeline. It would have put it a little. just on a technicality. I'm like fact checking over here, but didn't that came out in like 97? Would that have been a little? I don't know.
I think it might be 97 at this point.
That's what I was wondering.
I think they crashed in 96.
Yeah.
And they're there for 19 months.
Okay. I
So
retract
that might be
my
97 at
my
this
statement.
point.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's 97. And they are not going to be out there much longer because I mean, what we know from the series description is that they get rescued like super early into the winter. And so it's like, and it's getting cold. So they're not going to be out there much longer. Oh, hey, Danielle Lynn. What's up? I think Van is going to unalive the guy next to her or Ty to save herself. Oh, okay.
Wasn't Ty like kind of eyeballing him?
Yeah.
Like,
oh, yeah.
Oh, she was ready.
Yeah. Well, she said she was going to kill him, and then Van was like,
Yeah.
"Don't." She's like, I'm just kidding. Jeez.
I'm just kidding. She's like,
Yeah. Yeah. I think Travis and Aquila might beg Kodiak to guide them home and forget the other Yellowjackets. Yeah. I could see that happening. I could definitely see that happening. Okay. By the way, I just have to say, like, one of my earliest theories panned out, and that was that, like, I predicted this way back in season 1, like that there was going to be, except this wasn't an attempted rescue. This was just somebody finding them. But one of my earliest theories was that there was going to be an attempted rescue and they were going to end up killing them.
yeah.
So I think I can count that as a score for me.
Yeah, I think so.
But my other theory that did not pan out was that Ben was going to find people somehow on his own, and then he was going to get rescued and tell them that all the girls were dead, that he was the only survivor. And that did not pan out that way. But I've always loved the idea of like somebody deliberately leaving people behind, because it just creates such a good revenge motivation, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ben did
Aquila,
find their go ahead.
Aquila and Travis are definitely they're definitely a unit at this point. They're like, we have the most sense, well, you know, of anybody. Like they're like, so I like that. I like where that's going.
Me too.
Yeah.
I kind of ship it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people shipping Dracula.
Yeah.
It is pretty thin, loud, cold frog. Cactus. Bitch.
Well, Marjorie, let me know about that poutine truck, because my poutineery closed down and I miss it a lot.
Poutineery.
Maybe Van unalives Ty to take. Maybe Van unalives Ty to take her down with her, but it saves Van and said, "Oh God, could you imagine? That would be rough."
Interesting. That's a dark turn of events.
Ooh, yeah, that would be real dark. The brain eating made me feel like it was a zombie show for a bit. Like it's so somebody commented on our video that they're like, they were confused as to why everyone kept referring to Lottie as eating his brains when it didn't really look like she was. She wasn't like chowing down. She was mostly putting it on her. She was mostly playing with it and putting it on her face. But she was at the very least, she was sticking her fingers in her mouth.
I said she was eating it like a toddler would eat a birthday cake.
Yes.
Very limited. Yeah, it was fucking weird. Courtney Eaton, man. Courtney eating up that role. Amazing. Gross. So gross. Especially not to like skip ahead all the way to the end of the episode, but when they come back with Hannah and she's just like all covered in her boyfriend's blood, like, wow. Love her.
I know Hannah's running on adrenaline, after the, obviously, but she doesn't seem to be that phased. Like, I don't know.
God, yeah.
She's not in shock, and I know it's like she's running on adrenaline and it's like helping her save her own life and all that, but like, she just saw it and was like, "Oh, that was gory." Like that was her reaction to seeing her, her person,
Well,
I don't know.
I think she was like,
But-
that clears the way for me and Cody.
Well, obviously, yeah, but like that makes her
Solves
seem
that
a little
problem.
bit. Yeah, but even
Yeah,
that's a
neither
little
one
bit
of them.
like that's a little bit. I don't know. Like she might fit in if that's her
Yeah.
mentality. Like, well, there's that problem. Like
Yeah.
He's definitely more intrigued than terrified, which I find interesting as a character.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, it was so weird. Like she did not like neither her or Cody reacted at all. They're just like, "Oh, okay, my boyfriend just got an axe in the head. Cool." What's
they're more surprised by like the severed head that's sitting there in the barbecue that they're like, smells like barbecue. Yeah, well, right. Which I mean, that's a lot to process all at once. But no one seems like they're in shock. Nobody's like fainting or like freezing instead of fight or flight. They're just like, well, the next thing is to run. Like it's just like
Cody basically called it when he was like, "You guys don't want to know what is barbecuing this far out in the woods."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, for sure.
whatever
True,
it is, it's probably not positive.
Yeah, true.
What do you think of
Probably not what they expected though.
Yeah. What do you think about the frogs who deserved kings? The story that Kodiak tells.
I found that so weird.
That was so bizarre. But it's like it's so funny because the way Wild Marjorie's question is phrased, I immediately started singing I Am, I Said by Neil Diamond in my head. Ever hear a story about a frog who dreamed of being a king and then became one? But yeah, that was like, oh, okay. Since we're on that subject, let's take a look at something in case you guys haven't seen our recap, which is up. Okay. So Mel, first, let me ask Mel first. Do you think that Cody is somehow related to the cabin or the cabin daddy or whatever?
Can you hear us?
I lost you for a second. Can you say that again?
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you think that Cody is somehow related to the cabin, has ties to the cabin or cabin daddy or whatever?
You mean because he's like knows his way around and he knows the area and then
Yeah,
there were some clues.
Yeah.
There was some suggestions, I think.
Well,
okay. How so? I mean,
So first of all, when I found out that he was a guide that they didn't know, I got a little bit suspicious.
Yeah.
But then I saw this, and it's not the cards. It is not the cards. It's the hat. Because so we've got this hat there, and then in episode 3, Van had that hallucination when they were in the cave. She had that like dream or whatever about being in the cabin, and it was the cabin, but it looked a lot different. Like it looked, taken care of, and
like a house or
yeah. And there were like coats hanging up on a rack.
Right.
And this hat was hanging up on the rack. You see that?
Oh. So you think it's the same hat?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it's possible. Yeah. That'd be a deep-seated like Easter egg, though, wouldn't it? Kind of, or no? Like I don't know.
I don't think so, because they they'll do stuff like that all the time. They'll plant little little clues. Like for instance, do you watch From?
No, I know you guys. I haven't watched it. Yeah.
Okay.
But I know you guys
there was basically just to use this as an example, there was a throwaway line in season 1 that was just like one of the characters just joking around. And it was like a total throwaway line, character was just saying something silly. And it ended up like playing into it basically ended up being the answer to one of the big mysteries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
And it's not a line that, you know, that anyone would remember because it was just such a throwaway, jokey line.
Right. Yeah.
But let's
So
see.
you think maybe Cody like lived there or something, or like
knows
had
them or is connected to them somehow.
Yeah, I can totally because like as remote as that is for him, like you can't just go out somewhere like that and like especially
learn
like
the woods.
and learn the woods unless you know these specific woods, you know, like not just any woods are the same, and just the limited. I mean, I'm sure they had some technology like or early GPS compasses, all that, but like there's no way that they would have the technology like they would now, you know, like to so that's what I was questioning too, was like, how does this guy know like the specific area, you know, and all that.
I love that Miss Cleo was mentioned.
Yes.
In this episode.
And I also wondered, like, you know, he brings like the weed or whatever, and it's like, you guys want to get high? I'm like, are you 12? Because are you so high that you decided it was a good idea to mess with like your only lifeline? Like, how high do you have to be? Are you new? It's like, like he rolls one up like, oh, it's bedtime, you know, it's what I do, and I'll share, and then like he's just like giggling and messing with the phone trying to call. I just thought that was a little bit silly too.
It was a little strange. Knowing like when he literally is like, this is an expensive piece of equipment that we need for our survival, and they're like,
yeah. Pillow fight, you're like, pillow fight, you know, like, no, it's too much.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see what else? Can we trust Joel McHale's character? I don't think Joel McHale's characters. I don't think Cody is trustworthy. I don't. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't get those vibes. I don't trust him. I don't know. It's interesting that they're still conscious about cannibalism, all but Lottie. And this consciousness makes their ceremonial feast more chilling. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, seriously.
That's what I was surprised about. Sorry to interrupt you, but I was really surprised they left Ben's head out like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they've pretty much like put the idea of rescue, you know, isn't like a in the top of their heads anymore. It's been so long, but like, you never know when someone might be coming. Like, why would you leave?
Was it supposed to be like a paying homage thing or whatever, or like, you know, respects, or was it like?
I think so. I don't know.
It was a very weird choice.
Yeah,
I think it was. I mean, like story-wise, it's necessary so that they definitely know they're eating a person. Like, you know, like it has to be something like that. But it just seemed like such an odd thing for them to do. Like, they didn't do that with any of the other bodies. They didn't. I mean, maybe it's
or that we saw.
Javi.
Saw. Yeah, for sure.
Javi would really be the only one.
It wouldn't have, you know, it wouldn't have worked in the episode if they hadn't walked in and seen literally a severed head, like out on a platter. They would have been like, you caught it, you know, is it a deer, is it a bear, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, they could have misconstrued that. Like, it was like literally out in the open, like
yeah.
Lottie just eating his ribs. Like
that
episode was wild.
Oh my god. Let's see. Oh yeah, she was nibbling and picking the head. So Lottie and Misty don't want to leave, hence the axe in the black box. Did Misty seem?
She didn't want to. I think she wanted to wait a little longer to be rescued. I don't think she thought they would be, because they didn't know they were like 600 miles off their flight path.
Yeah.
I'm sure she thought, this will buy me a couple more days of feeling special.
Yeah.
And I also we haven't really gotten any of it
Mhm.
at all. But I definitely don't think Misty has a good home life. Like, we have already seen her being bullied. So I think the black box situation wasn't about wanting to stay in the wilderness indefinitely. I just think it was about wanting to be in charge a little longer and appreciate it a little bit longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Lottie, I don't think wants to go home.
Now, Jazz, I wanted to comment on something. Like, I'm kind of surprised. So you predicted way back toward the beginning of the season that when we started, well, not way back, I'm sorry. We were both convinced that it was going to be Melissa stalking people.
Yeah.
And then when they brought the frog scientists on, you predicted and they revealed that she had a kid. You predicted that Hilary Swank was still going to be Melissa.
I still think that.
And you said that you thought that she was going to be friends with or married to.
Yeah, that's what I think. I assume they were going to be like Ty said. Melissa's dead, and Melissa and Jen are dead, but they didn't say when. I still think Melissa makes it back from the wilderness and has faked her own death to get away from the other girls.
We don't have any reason to know though that she's dead. I mean,
they just say that she's dead. That's all they say.
Yeah,
and I don't think that's pretty. I think it's pretty clear that Hilary Swank is Melissa.
And the internet seems really hell bent on believing that it's her daughter.
Yeah, I don't think. I feel if she were, they would have cast a slightly younger actress.
Yeah,
it's just because Hilary Swank is the same age as all the other Yellowjackets girls, and Melissa's daughter was given blue contacts. Yeah, but if it is, I am always okay with admitting I'm wrong.
I have not seen Hilary Swank in anything in a minute. That would be pretty. I don't know. It would be fun to see what the. Yeah.
I was surprised that everyone just took that Ty saying that they're dead, or I wasn't sure it was Ty or who was Van. I was surprised that everyone took that to mean that they died in the wilderness, because I didn't think that necessarily at all. Just that they, to their knowledge, they're dead.
So because it's no secret how much I love Van. So do you guys think? What do you guys think is? Because we know what happened, and the whole croaking thing, and then what she
her getting sick again. I was surprised it happened so fast.
Well, because she was supposed to have been not in, they didn't say remission, but they said partial remission or whatever, even though she had kind of given up, and then so I don't know. That makes me. I don't know how long can it go. Of course, I want her to stay around, but it's how long can they go on with that? I don't
understand. I don't understand why they would have done the scenes with her saying that her cancer wasn't metastasizing anymore if she is still sick. I don't know. That whole storyline is weird for me right now,
or it could be unrelated. That could be the other thing. It could be unrelated to her cancer. I mean, it could. Yeah, we don't know.
That's true.
Yeah. I think it could be malpractice.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you mean? She was told something that wasn't true or something?
Yeah, charts, patient records got mixed up or something.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
But that's probably. I told Jazzy that's probably I was telling Jazzy that's probably because I've seen Saw way too many times.
Yeah, right.
and so I don't know. Dan's going to become the next John Kramer.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that idea. I'd watch that.
I would totally watch that.
But I love the part where she's sort of having that dream, and it's goes back to, I don't know. I like that.
Yeah.
throwback to the fire stuff, and just like that's sort of her energy or something. You know what I mean? Like, because she had that was her hallucination, was being in the burning house, and then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah.
They missed out on the what's the song, the beds are burning song. I'm just thinking about the music they missed out on, like like yeah. Should make like an alternate soundtrack of things that should have been on each episode. Like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But by the way, I like it never I like just kind of an off-topic thing. I never that song that you just mentioned, Beds Are Burning by Midnight Oil. Like
Midnight Oil, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason I never thought about it until recently, and I'm like, that song was really like their only big hit, in at least in the US. I don't know what it was like anywhere else. I'm like, I wonder, and it started making me feel weird. Like, I wonder if they like kept all the money. They donated every single penny of their profits to Aborigine organizations.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which was
definitely
awesome.
a political, that's definitely a political song for sure.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, so
I
it's,
love that.
Yeah. And I was thinking, I'm like, that would be kind of fucked up if they wrote this song that, you know, that's got a great political message, but then like just got rich off of it.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit ironic. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, yeah, they didn't take any profits from it, supposedly.
Yeah, that's cool.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I like that.
Misty gets the comedic relief points as like in a lot of episodes when she says, when they're in the car and they're playing I Spy, and she says what kind of sociopath would use a silent K for a K word, and she says it's her knapsack.
It's knapsack. Yeah.
And then when she says when they're going to the hospital, and she says
that's my favorite line in the episode.
It's so perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not family, but we have a very deep trauma bond.
Yes.
Yes.
My favorite was
so
fuck your blood dirt, Lottie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably second.
She brought it. She brought it this week.
I'm a licensed geriatric nurse. Like, just trying everything not to have to sit with Shauna.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. Yeah. And there was I don't have it up, but there. Oh wait, maybe I do. Do I? I think I do. Yes, I do. Okay, my favorite screenshot that I pulled from the episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait, hang on. I gotta hide Kaiwan's comment because it's blocking it. Okay.
Is that when she's watching Shauna drive off?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a picture of Misty and a sign that says keep clear.
That it. Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty hilarious.
Well, did we know that Shauna, so we just skipped to the end, but did we know that she had a knife? Like, because, you know, in the car, they said, you know, I hope it's not a knife. And then she literally got back in the van, and literally had a knife. So I wonder, like, if
already. Because,
well, I mean, it was when she shows up at wherever she drives to at the end of the episode, she gets out a knife.
Yeah, but it's out of like a plastic shopping bag. That's why I thought maybe she like picked it up on the way, and it still has a price tag.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Okay, so it might have been foreshadowing, but I didn't know if she already had it.
I thought maybe
the sleeve still had a sticker on it too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought about that.
Where was I on? Oh, by the way, guys, sorry, I'm just going to. I freaking hate doing this so much. But if you find me on Instagram, I'm gonna post about it at some point this week. I've got some medical issues that are going on that are like really making it hard for me to get stuff done. Like I got my surgery last year and then I developed this other thing and it's really tough to work right now. I'm struggling. If you look me up on Instagram at Cyborg Queen Kelly, I'm going to be posting a link to my medical fundraiser there. If you want to share it, feel free. Obviously, I don't expect anyone to, but you know, we're not making any money with the show yet, and I live on SSGI, and unfortunately, some real jackasses have interfered with my ability to fundraise by telling everybody that I'm scamming people, and yeah, it really sucks. So it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people just feel like if you're a disabled person and you're trying to earn money if you're trying to do anything to earn money for yourself, you're a grifter. Because if you can get up out of bed, then you can go to work. Well, yeah, I can, but nobody will hire me.
Obviously, because we are disabled, we're just supposed to be sitting in bed all day, not moving or doing anything or being fun or being creative or, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I literally got fired from 2 jobs because they changed my job description to say that I need to be able to lift 50 pounds, even though that was not part of my job description. They changed it. They literally changed my job description so that they could fire me. But
50 pounds is a lot. That's a lot for that to just be like.
Or maybe it was 35. I don't know. It was something like
unless you're a nurse or something, you know.
I've seen that on lots of job descriptions. Like
I was an editor.
Important for you to be able to lift 50 pounds as an editor.
Yeah. I mean, some of those textbooks can get kind of like some of the medical textbooks could get a little heavy, but you know, not that heavy.
Like,
yeah, not that heavy. Where was I? Hannah wants to live in the wild. She was hot for Kodiak. Yeah,
she's ready to go. She's a part of it.
Yeah. She wanted it. She wanted to make him some chicken tetrazzini. I think she realizes that she needs to stay calm because if she doesn't, the girls will kill her.
Oh yeah.
I feel like they reacted for a second and then realized we have to leave. Yeah. Oh, by the way, guys, something else that I wanted to tell you. Like, just please, there's so much there's so much out there that's going around about us. Please don't believe any of it. If you have any concerns about anything, just ask us. Because apparently our friend that we were raising money for who died last year, apparently she was also fake. Despite that she was a very well-known person and held in very high esteem in the disability community. And you know, and we were giving out her direct links during our streams so you could donate money directly to her and her family. Apparently she was fake and we invented her to try to scam money from people. So please, if you guys hear anything, just let us know, because we're like, we need to know where it's coming from, and if I'm ever in a place that I can afford an attorney, we're definitely going to do something about it. But you know, there's only, not even if we had the money, there's only so much we can do if we don't know like where this stuff is coming from. Anyway, just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah. I'm still really mad about that.
Yeah. La, 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 la.
The thing we haven't hit yet that I wanted to talk about was the hunting scene.
Yes.
We didn't talk about it that much in the recap, but the like way they're able to communicate in the dark, like in silence, was so creepy and well done.
It was.
And like beautifully shot, like really, really, really cool scenes of them all like splitting off, and the way I feel like the way Natalie like snapped back into the leadership role and took over and helped control the like crowd was so cool.
When they're chasing Hannah down, you mean?
Yeah. And they're like, running through the woods and stop to listen to the trees for a minute, and then like all split off. They're like doing their hand signals and stuff. It was really cool.
Well, they found like she hit like some of her hair, like she got a wound. I mean, I don't know how else they even knew what direction she was going in.
I've seen a lot of people guessing that Hannah's going to be Pit Girl because of that. Hair.
Yeah,
I hadn't even thought of that.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's always led up to Mari. I don't know.
I think that the foreshadowing for it being Mari is a little too heavy to ignore. But then people tell me that I'm overthinking it. So okay.
Can I tell you, we got a comment. I was dying. We got a comment on one of our podcast episodes, and someone said that this podcast is the pinnacle of overreaching. I'm like,
What'd you say?
They said that this podcast is the pinnacle of overreaching, and I'm like, isn't that what a podcast about a TV show is supposed to be?
Our whole job is to like guess.
I've been listening to the White Lotus podcast. It's like the official one. I just stumbled upon it, but it's like it's official HBO, sanctioned or whatever. And that's exactly what they do. It's just different because it's a different genre. So they're like going into like, why did they do this? And it's more of but with this, with this show, there's more like supernatural stuff, and it's just different, but that's the whole point. What else are you going to do? It's like a recap, or you're going to, like.
Exactly. It's their job to speculate and guess and be excited about what comes next, regardless of what happens.
Right.
Yeah, for sure. I was trying to find, like, I had a really funny video that I wanted to bring up, but I don't. Excuse me. I don't know if I still have it in here. I'm gonna have to find it and play it next week. My funny Pit Girl video. It's amusing. Yeah, damn it. I thought I had it in here, but I guess not. Oh well. I'll find it and show it next week. I've showed it on here before. It's not new, but like it's been a while, so not many people have seen it. Actually, I'm going to do a Pit Girl search here. But so do we think that the girls are going to overthrow Shauna?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like with Shauna and Lottie being aligned, it's gonna be tough because like people just listen to I don't know why everyone listens to Lottie, but they do. Maybe she'll lose some credibility after snack packing on Edwin's brain, but like
maybe.
I don't know. It's
right.
tough call.
I think at that point they figured they're so out from civilization, no one will see or hear them. Yeah. I think they've given up on being found. I
don't think so. You think they've given up? No, I don't, because, you know, like the amount of hope, like, you know, so I remember they're so excited at any inkling of being able to go home. You know what I mean? Like every little breadcrumb they get, like they don't know if these people are going to be able to help them. They killed one of them, and they're like, well, if we do this, we can go home, you know? And I mean, I don't know how you could give up on it, because otherwise you wouldn't go on, you know?
Yeah.
I really enjoyed when they catch up with Hannah and Shauna's trying to convince them to kill her, and Van's like, it's already bad, we killed one of them. Sorry. So casually throws that away. Like,
oh my gosh. It was so funny to me that so many people thought that Callie was Pit Girl.
I know, people still say it. I saw someone posted on a Facebook group like this week, like, my boyfriend just figured out that Callie is Pit Girl, and I was like,
no.
Callie? Why would Callie? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't. They think that the Pit Girl scene from the first episode is everyone has gone back to the wilderness, and that Pit Girl is Callie. But you see Misty at the end of that scene. Like, teen Misty is there.
Maybe I need to go back and watch it, because I'm not.
It's impossible. No, it's impossible.
Yeah, I don't know.
It makes no sense. It would make no sense for it to be Callie.
Right.
No offense to people who have that theory, but it just does. It's the writers have even said no, it's not Callie.
That's what you would call. That's what you would call a reach, for sure. That would be a little bit of a. That's a reach right there. Not based in logic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear ya. I do think Callie. I do think Callie or Walter killed Lottie. I think it was one of those two.
Yeah, they're my top suspects.
I'm starting to really like.
You think Callie killed Lottie?
I think you may have been Callie.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why is that?
Because because of the whole DNA thing. Because I think like.
Where Shauna's DNA was, where they find that out.
They find DNA that they pulled he matched the DNA he pulled from Shauna's hair to the DNA that Misty got the hair that Misty got from under her fingernails. Yeah. And I think it's a callback to I think it's intentionally a callback to that O.J. Simpson theory, where people think it's his son that killed Nicole Brown Simpson, because that's the DNA of the way they pulled.
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of fits in.
I hadn't even thought of that.
That's the first thing I thought when they talked about. He says that the DNA is a match for Shauna's, and
not that it's definitely her. Right? Yeah, they didn't do more conclusive. I didn't even thought of. But what would Callie's motive be? Like, what? Because they were. Is it because she's suspicious of the whole thing? Because she's very, like, you know, at the end she says, have you ever thought to Jeff, like, have you ever thought that, like, mom's not a good person?
Yeah.
Which is this revelatory thing, but it's like, you know, maybe she thinks that none of them were good people. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. That does make sense in that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was gonna say it could also, like, her saying that could also be a way to kind of deflect from her killing Lottie. Like, you know, we share the same DNA. My mom could get blamed for this, so let's try to push the narrative that, you know, that my mom is a terrible person. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys don't think you've ruled out the possibility that it's Shauna? Then that would be too easy. That would be too easy, I think.
Yeah.
To be like, to see her getting kind of like villainized in both time frames almost a little bit, and then for that to be
Shauna's on my list. She was in New York at the time, and she, like, her DNA is found at the scene, although that's kind of inconclusive. Like, you know, she, like, Lottie was at her house, so there is other reasons that she could have picked up that DNA. But I don't think it's Ty at all. I think
I was
Ty's
gonna
probably
say, what
part of it.
about
No.
what
Yeah.
about them mentioning Ty? I hadn't thought about it, but why do you think that she was there? I mean,
Yeah, I find it odd that they didn't show that meeting, like that wasn't filmed. Like they showed Ty call her and
Yeah,
ask for
exactly.
clarification, but we
Right.
never see like Ty meet up with her in person. Which
so there's
they
no
say they
proof.
did. Yeah,
So there's no proof for sure.
I do find it odd that they didn't show that, but
Yep.
yeah,
I think they did that to make it to cast suspicion on her.
yeah. We don't know where Callie was. That's really like her and Walter are the only two people we don't know where they were when Lottie died.
Yeah, because they hadn't gone to the hotel yet. So
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see what else do we have. I was surprised Van tried to call her mom. Her mom is horrible.
I was gonna say that about that. I thought that was an interesting, like, because Van tries to call her mom even though she had all this baggage. That was her first thing, which is some kind of probably fucked up attachment thing. And then you fast forward, you see Callie trying to vilify her mom when she doesn't really have any proof besides her suspicions based on. So I thought that was an interesting, like, mommy issues, kind of take on.
I didn't draw that parallel. That's a good point.
Yeah, for sure.
But I was surprised about Van too. Yeah, that it wasn't like that was her first thing, and no one else, like Kai didn't say anything about.
We don't know anything about Ty's family at all, do we? Other than her like grandmother died.
No, we saw her parents.
Yeah,
we saw her parents on screen for like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Ghostface Sith says R.I.P. Coach Ben. Thanks for joining us. I think too many people just assume if you're disabled, you're severely disabled and are just veteran. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry you guys are dealing with so much bullying and harassment. You don't deserve it.
Thank you, Mkara.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
We really appreciate it.
People must be bored.
Yeah, it's
not handling it in a good way either. That's just crazy.
Yeah. So if you missed what we said earlier, please do us a favor and just go like and comment on some of our videos because our content is going to be suppressed if it keeps getting hated on, and unfortunately that's what's happening. So it used to be that like when you got dislikes, that was almost actually a good thing because it made your video a little bit more controversial, and the dislikes were like counted as they were just looked at as engagement. So they actually helped you, but it looks like that's changing now. And YouTube is apparently starting to suppress content that gets too many dislikes. And we never used to get dislikes at all. And we're getting a ton of them now and it's always the same number too. It's always the same number.
Weird.
Yeah, weird. Exactly.
Crazy.
Yes. So yeah, like one of our videos right now is at 30-something% likes. It's like 70% just 70-something% dislikes. So if you guys could please just go like some of our videos and leave a comment to help us get pushed out into the algorithm. We really have done nothing to anybody to deserve this. It's just it's unfortunate. It's because of who we are, pretty much.
Is it best to like just like the page or to like individual videos or both, or does it both is
great.
subscribing and liking each video, like as many videos as you want to like is great. Leave comments, even if it's just a poop emoji. I don't care.
I'll get some people on it.
Awesome. Can you guys go over to Sci-Fi Vision when you're done? I don't know about that because I am Jazzy and I need to have a chat.
I haven't
after
eaten
this.
dinner yet either.
Yeah, and I'm
Next
at my
time
limit.
though.
But yeah,
I would
but
do it.
if you guys are still going when we're free, I might pop over. But I think I need to take a Xanax tonight and pass out because it's been a rough day. But next week for sure. But if you guys are, when we're about to wrap this up soon, so go over to Sci-Fi Vision and check them out.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah. Shauna went through 9 months of pregnancy and starvation, and that delivery has every right to be messed up how she wants.
Thank you.
That's going a little far.
I agree.
We forget
feel like
about all that. Yeah, we
I feel like
forget about
people are
all
giving
that.
Shauna no grace. Like, there's so much Shauna hate online, and I'm like, she's starved. She's postpartum. She fucking ate her best friend. She was like lost so much blood. She hallucinated that people ate her baby, and she's definitely still carrying all on top of like normal as teenage hormones, which is horrific already.
Yeah.
Like, of course she's a fucking monster. Like, she's been through so much trauma in such a short period of time and has no way to process it normally. Like,
Yeah.
I know she's like, I know it's kind of intense, but also we have to realize that like our 2-year wait for content has been like 3 months for her. She's still like her dead baby and like trauma vision and almost starving to death is like all still very fresh.
Yeah.
I didn't think about the parallel between the Shauna, being a teen, having a teen pregnancy, and then Hannah.
Yeah.
That comes up. So I don't know if that's, it might be unrelated, but might not be. I don't know.
I found her, when she was listening to the tape, her reaction to Hannah saying that she was a teen mom, like, hit her.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how that's going to play out, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
We shall see. She's ready to kill that girl. We'll see what happens.
But all right, but guys, I'm gonna call it so I can go pop a Xanax and fall asleep. But everyone, thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you next week. Please, we would love you forever if you could go through and just like some of our videos, leave any comment, a poop emoji, whatever. Just use our videos as your journal if you want to. just post random rants in there. We don't really care. just don't dislike us. Please. We have too many of those. But we will see you next week, same time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And until then, peace, love, and Yellowjackets, everybody.
Bye.
Buzz.